Shalom, this is your brother Tazar Yahama coming out again with another weekly lesson, and I pray that it be edifying. But first, I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Mikakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say Shalom and a hug to all the sisters and brothers that striving in this same true doctrine. Shalom. Today's lesson is pretty much about deceptions. You know, as we are approaching the demise of this wicked society, these devils are pulling all kind of, wicked devices out. It's just pulling them out of their hats. They even went to the extreme where they're trying to use enchantment, witches and warlocks, going to the darkest part of the Amazon and getting witches and enchanters to further their agenda. They want to continue to put their foot on Jacob's neck. But with that being said, my first scripture is going to be 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And we know who the man of sin is. We know who is the son of perdition. The so-called white man, Esau. The profane man, the basis of man. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of 2 Timothy. Second Timothy chapter 2, starting at verse 15. And it says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Once you come into this truth, and you're abiding by the law, statutes, and commandments, the most High Yahweh Shema Shai will start revealing different things to you. He'll make them available to you. Hey, he'll sup with you, and the more you continue to strive in this doctrine, the more things that will be revealed to you. And you'll begin to realize, hey, the more I strive in this truth, hey, the more that I'm learning, the more that the Most High is revealing to me. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16. But shun profane and vain babbling, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. And their words will eat as does a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus, who concerning the truth have erred, saying that the resurrection is past already, and overthrow the faith of some. And we got peoples coming out, on a regular basis in the spirit of Hymenaeus and Philetus. They're coming up with all sorts of bug out doctrines, vain sayings, and just straight foolishness. You got people saying that the Apostle Paul writings uh, is, irrelevant, pretty much. Uh, I don't know what, I really don't know how to take that. Uh, Apostle Yahweh Shai, and his writings are not authoritative. Man, I don't get that. There's a man that walked with Yahweh Shai, supped with Yahweh Shai, ordained by Yahweh Shai, ordained by Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Oh boy. But then I'm going to move to the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed it to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. I read that scripture earlier, and the Spirit led me to those three soldiers that recently came to their demise, in Iran. And thinking back to my school days, my senior year, that's when those recruiters started lurking around schoolhouses, like vultures. And I'm sure they probably encountered this same situation. These devils coming up on you, telling you lies about, you know, the advantage of going into the military. They tell you they give you smooth words, but they don't tell you war is always in the making. They never mention that part, that you can come home in a body bag or not come home at all. They never mention that part. So with that, I'm gonna move to the book, same book, Ephesians chapter 5, starting at verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. And that's what those recruiters come out with. Vain words. They always got, certain situation that they highlight. You'll be able to travel and see the world. The pay is great, which is one of the biggest lies you ever heard, for as pay go. And for seeing the world, you know, there's a slight possibility that you might get to travel to different places. But a lot of these places are hostile, even though it might not be no war going on. But you can get caught in certain situations while you're out on the town. Hey, it's a good possibility you might not come home, because a lot of these countries have a real hatred for America, so-called America. And you being a, a person of color, man, that's double jeopardy. Well, for whatever reason, everybody hate Jake. And so with that, I'm going to move to, still in the same book, Ephesians chapter 5, starting again at verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. You know, we are to obey the words of the Most High. You know, he have given us instructions, commandments, laws to uphold. And we can't let these devils divert us from doing what thus said the Most High. Regardless of his smooth word, the bag that he uh, proclaimed that you're gonna receive, because a lot of this ain't nothing but a bunch of hot air when he go to telling you about the different opportunities. Hey, don't fall for it. And with that, I'm going to continue to stay in the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. Don't even consider, being, in league with these devils. Because once you get in league with them, the minute they see the right opportunity, you will be destroyed. They're looking for a way to bring you down. It's just in their nature. Do you think he really wants you to succeed in any kind of shape, form, or fashion? Now, he do have a little tolerance if it's something that's going to benefit him. If it's beneficial to him, of course, you might get a little leeway. He'll give you enough rope to hang yourself, pretty much. But there's never no all-out intention for you to succeed in this society. They forever want you to be at the bottom of this society. Don't never forget that. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 8. For ye were sometime darkness, but now are you light in the Most High Yahweh. Walk as children of light. Once the Most High bring you into this truth, and you, as he say, you let your little light shine. You got to carry yourself in a very particular way, because you are a particular people, as the scripture says. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So you have to carry yourself in a certain way. Because look, these devils is looking for the any opportunity, to delete you. And with that, I'm gonna move to the book of First John chapter 3, verse 7. First John chapter 3, verse 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. As we stay on these law, statutes, and commandments, as we commanded to do, that is a righteous act. We want to pattern ourselves after Yahweh Shai and continue in, keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. That's our goal. That's our desire. And that's what we are commanded to do. 1 John chapter 3, verse 8. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of the Most High was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. And hey, if we continue to maintain, ourselves and these law, statutes, and commandments, hey, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, hey, they'll do the rest. All we got to do is sit back, hey, and watch the movie. Take for instance, like, hey, the war, Russia and Ukraine. Hey, we don't have no dog in that fight. We could sit back and watch them like they watched us destroy each other from the inside out. Okay, here you go now. You got the Israelis and the Palestinians. Okay, there's another movie. Hey, sit back and watch in your easy chair. And speaking of that, these three soldiers, which are Israelites, they are being portrayed, in the media, not so much as for the fact that they died for a country that don't give a damn about them, but they're going to use them as a propaganda tool. So now you got some simple-minded jakes thinking now, okay, that they got a dog in this fight now. No. Do not be no partakers in this society, as the scripture read. Don't be no partakers in this mess. It's all this is deception. They really they don't give a damn about them three Israelites. And who's to say that they wasn't just sacrificed? That's just me speaking as a man. They might have been sacrificial lambs, just so that they can propagate and insinuate and manipulate your mind to think that now that you got a dog in this fight. You can't put nothing past these devils. Cause you can research and you can see countless situations of Israelites in the military, especially females, that commit. They got all kind of bruises and marks on them where they've been brutalized, but yet and still they say that they committed suicide. I mean, it's countless situations, especially in Fort Hood, Texas. Hey man, it's reek with murders inside that military installation. Mostly Jakes and Latinos. At one while, there was killing more Israelites in Fort Hood than there was in Afghanistan. It just recently, the murder rate in Fort Hood came to just became slightly less than Afghanistan, when a lot of attention was brought to the fact that, hey, how is all these soldiers coming up dead and they committing suicide, but their body been battered, look like they've been through a meat grinder, but they committed suicide. Hey, it's ridiculous. So hey, don't be partaking with these people. Let them fight their own battle. Don't let them convince you or manipulate your mind as if, hey, you're a part of something bigger than you, in which you are. This is the biggest, probably it's the biggest criminal, criminal, the most. This I can't even think of the right words to say how wicked this place is. It's just a hellhole, a complete hellhole. You know, Donald Trump called the other countries shithole country. This is the biggest shithole country it is. It got more bodies than, man. I'm just saying, it's just ridiculous. It's hard to speak on. And with that, I'm gonna go to the book of Galatians. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You know, that verse speaks for itself. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You know, as I say, that verse speaks for itself. And I've heard that even before I was in the truth, that hey, whatever you sow, that's what you're gonna reap. And it made sense to me before I came into the truth. It make even more sense now. And guess who wrote that? The one that they say is relevant and that its writing is not authoritative or whatever. Excuse my lack of pronunciation. But Paul wrote that. Galatians 6, verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. You know, this pretty much speaks volume about having the big head. You know, you high and mighty. You know, you got that prideful demon on you that knows all, sees all, and got all. Galatians chapter 6, verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. So now, which one you want? You want the reap corruption by being prideful, deceptive, exalting yourself above the knowledge of these scriptures. You know, you're going to take them and turn them into what you want them to be instead of what they are. You're going to manipulate the words of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and conform them to what you want it to be. Man, oh man. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You know, if we hold on to this truth, continue to walk in this faith, you know, continue to be faithful diligent and endure to the end, hey, we're going to reap the kingdom. And that's what we're striving for. You know, that's our goal. We want our heritage back. We want our kingdom back. We want all the promises, hey, that will pass it down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We want it all back. And with that, I'm going to close out by saying all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. Shalom and ahab to all the sisters and brothers that striving in the same true doctrine. Shalom from Yasharala. Shalom.